Hi, Sydney. So when I was reading your project's problem statement and what your app is aiming to assist with, I really like what you're going for. I think it's an important topic to tackle, especially since in many states in the United States and also from what I've seen here in Colorado, the prices of rent and buying houses are steadily climbing, and it's becoming really unattainable for a lot of people and families to get the housing that they want to have or just to have any housing in general. Um, so to get started, I really like the logo you have here of your house. I think it's really inviting, and the style of the graphic I think will appeal a lot to your demographic audience. um I also like that as a sign-in option, the user can enter any email that they have, or they can do more of a fast-tracked option by using Apple, Facebook, or Google. Personally, when I'm logging into a new app, if they have these options, I'll always just go with these faster ones. So I will go with Google, just so that your user's not always having to create a new password each and every single time. So I like that you've offered that convenience. All right, so I also like that you have the keyboard popping up here just to emulate what it would feel like. Okay, very nice profile page you've got laid out here. I like that you have the user's name and their email so that they can see what email that they're currently using. And I see you have your email preferences here, which okay, so then they can go ahead and update that email if they wanted to change it or no longer have the old email in their system. So I like that you offered that. And I'm assuming here eventually the user might have the option of uploading a profile picture, but I do like that it just automatically will go with their initials. It looks very clean and sleek. The only suggestion I have for this profile page, just based off of aesthetics, um, are these white buttons down here. I understand that you did them a different color so they could stand out from the rest of the options that you have, but I wonder if maybe making these lines a little bit thicker or making these lines green instead of gray, also maybe the sign out being green, would help tie it into the rest of the colors that you have going on your page just a bit more. And I do see why you have the delete account option in red as sort of a way to warn the user, like, hey, you probably really don't want to click on this unless you actually want to go through with deleting your account. That way, they're not just getting rid of everything by accident. So I like that you did that there to visually distinguish that. Okay. I also really like that you have this easy access to the different parts of your app all within this really profile homepage. So let's go ahead with the housing assistant information. Okay, so I see that you had listed on your tasks to go through this questionnaire. And I like that you have this little sort of synopsis about what the questionnaire is about. And once again, checking in with the user just to make sure that they do actually want to go through with taking the questionnaire and giving them the option to say no and maybe return back to the profile and do something else on the app. Okay. So I do really like that upon clicking your buttons, you have just a slight variation in color so the user knows which option has been selected. That's a nice visual cue. Oops, okay, there we go. Oh, cool. And just in case anything is accidentally selected, it can be deselected. I like the way that you included that as well. All right. Okay, and so I also appreciate this immediate response of their results to the user. just letting them know based off of their answers what they would most likely qualify or not qualify for. And I also like that you're continuing to push your user through your app by including these options here, so that the user doesn't stay stagnant on this page or not really know what to do after they've taken this questionnaire. So let's see what the learn more does. Okay, so I really like that you're taking us to this professional website where your users can read through it, find out more information, maybe get, helpful links to specific questions that they may have. So I think that's very helpful, and there's ways to get in contact with them directly too. Okay, let's return back to the app. So I like the different options you've included for accommodations that your users would desire to have. And it has the dishwasher, fridge, and stuff. It's reminiscent of familiar apps like or not apps, but websites like Zillow and apartments.com, just so the user kind of is familiar with the type of things they're looking at. So clicking through this, and once again, nice color change on the selections there. The only thing I would suggest maybe to update with this would be either making everything center aligned by, let's say, we move the AC gym and parking over here in this area, and then elongating this continue button just to make it feel a little bit more cohesive. Or if we want to keep this left adjusted aligned, then we can align these boxes on the left as well. Okay, and continue. All right. So I like that you have the map here as well as this green bubble, just so that your users can look within a certain mileage radius of where their current location is, really narrowing down that search. And I also saw that as well in your tasks, you wanted us to focus on these white circles, which, okay, perfect. So they take you directly to your apartment searching apps, websites like Zillow. Very nice. Let's click on this one. Okay, cool. So this is giving your user direct information to what's in their location, and through a website that can help them get a tour and apply directly to that apartment. One thing that I think you can add to this page, maybe upon the first click or when you hover over the circles, you can have a bubble pop up that says apartment for rent, 1 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 bedroom, that sort of information, as well as the price range. I think it'd be really important to include that price range, just so you're saving your user time and offering a little bit more convenience. So as they go over this, they can already see, okay, is this in my price range? Is this going to be attainable for me? And if it isn't, that way they don't have to go visit that external site that takes them out of the app. They can stay within the app and just do some quick browsing that way. I think would be really convenient for them. But otherwise, I think the flow of your app is working extremely well. I wouldn't say that a user guide is needed. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Just everything is directly going where it's supposed to, and you keep a good sort of circle of motion through your app by allowing the user to easily go back or return to that main profile page. And so I think it's coming along really, really well, Sydney. I think it will be definitely very beneficial, sorry, to your target audience. And yeah, you've done some great work.